Jai Gurudev students. In the third part we had completed all the problems of exercise 6.1 and we have started some theorem. Just we will see the theorem 6.3. If a transversal intersect two lines such that a pair of alternate interior angles is equal, then the two lines are parallel. Means in this theorem they have given alternate interior angles are equal and we have to show that lines are parallel. So first of all we are writing given, that is line PQ intersect AB and CD at the point R and S respectively such that we will the angle ARS is equal to RSD, and we have to prove that AB is parallel to CD. For that we have to draw the diagram. AB is parallel to CD and PQ is intersected at AB at the point R and CD at the point S. And what they had given one pair of alternate angle is equal, means ARS is equal to RSD. It is given in the proof we had written. Then ARS is equal to PRB. Why? Because vertically opposite angles are equal. From equation 1 and 2, what we had find, LHS is equal, therefore RHS is equal. So we got here as RSD is equal to PRB, we can write angle PRB is equal to RSD, means this angle is equal to this angle. But they are the pair of corresponding angle, but we are finding that these are the pair of corresponding angle, and corresponding angle formed by which lines? AB and CD are equal. Therefore, by converse of corresponding angle axiom, we can say AB is parallel to CD. Already we had seen two axioms 6.3 and axiom 6.3 and axiom 6.4. If the two lines are parallel, then corresponding angles are equal. Converse is lines are parallel, then we can say the angles are equal. Theorem 6.4. If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. Now in this theorem what they had given, these are the AB and CD are the two parallel lines. PQ is a transversal intersected AB at R and CD at S. This is given, AB is parallel to CD, PQ intersect AB and CD at the point R and S respectively. What we have to prove? We have to prove that interior angle on same side of transversal. This is a transversal. Left hand side these two angles sum is 180 degree and right hand side sum is also 180 degree, that we have to prove. Now how we will prove this? Now in the proof, AB is parallel to CD. Therefore angle ARS is equal to RSD. Why? Alternate angles are equal. Then we are having RSC, this angle plus this angle is equal to 180 degree. Why? This is a linear pair. So what we will do here, we want 180 degree, we have to prove this plus this angle. In place of this angle we will write this. That's why we had written here, substitute this equation 1, means the value of RSD is nothing but ARS in this equation 2. We will replace RSD from here, ARS, and we got here ARS plus RSC is equal to 180 degree, means this angle plus this angle is equal to 180 degree. Similarly, we can prove that angle BRS plus RSD is equal to 180 degree. Theorem 6.5, that is a converse of theorem 6.4. What it is? If the transversal intersect two lines such that a pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary, then the two lines are parallel. Means in this problem, AB and CD intersected by PQ at the point R and S such that two interior angle, their sum is 180 degree if then the lines are parallel. Means they had given angle ARS and RSC is equal to 180 degree. We have to prove that AB is parallel to CD. Now the proof. First of all, we had drawn the diagram here and we had to write the proof. That is ARS, angle ARS plus RSC is equal to 180 degree. We will call this equation 1, which is given. Now the linear pair, that is PRA, where it is PRA plus angle ARS, RSC is RSC is equal to ARS is equal to 180 degree, that is a linear pair. This angle plus this angle is a linear pair. From 1 and 2 we had find RHS is equal, therefore ARS plus RSC of this equation left hand side is equal to PRA plus ARS. Both the side ARS is there, that's why we will cancel it. RSC is equal to PRA. This we got, but they are the pair of corresponding angle formed by the lines AB and CD are equal, therefore by converse of corresponding angle axiom AB is parallel to CD. From these theorems we had seen that if the lines are parallel, then corresponding angles are equal, alternate angles are equal, and the interior angles are supplementary. And their converse is, if one pair of alternate angle is equal, then lines are parallel. One pair of corresponding angle is equal, lines are parallel. And if one pair of interior angle is supplementary, lines are parallel. Till theorem 6.5 we have seen. Now theorem 6.6. Lines parallel to the same line. Means what? Lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. If one line, that is, here I had drawn three lines L, M, N, and it is intersected by a transversal T. So what is given? Line L is parallel to M and line N is also parallel to M. Means the two lines are parallel to the same line. That's why these two lines are parallel, we have to show. Now the proof. Line L is parallel to M. In the figure, have you seen L is parallel to M means here I had given the angle 1, angle 2, angle 3. So angle 1 is equal to 2. Why? Corresponding angle. Then we will say M is equal to N. Line M is parallel to N. Therefore, again 2 is equal to 3. From 1 and 2, we had find here 1 is equal to 2. 2 is equal to 3. So what can we say? Angle 1 is equal to angle 3. When first angle is equal to second, second is equal to third, automatically 1 is equal to third. First is equal to third. First is angle made by L and L line, and third is angle made by the N line. Mean this is a first and this is a third. That's why here what we will write, angle 1 is equal to 3, but you are finding they are the pair of corresponding angle, formed by the lines AB and CD, or L or N are equal, therefore by corresponding angle axiom line L is parallel to line N. Now the first problem from exercise 6.2. In figure, find the values of x and y, then show that AB is a parallel to CD. Here they had given the figure AB and CD. From here they had given some angles. This angle is a 50 degree, this angle is a x they had called, this is a y, and this is a 130 degree. we have to show, we have to first of all we have to find the value of x and y, and then we have to show that AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel, whenever we have to show the lines are parallel, then one pair of alternate angle we have to show equal or corresponding angles are equal. We will see now. Now x plus 50 degree is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because they form a linear pair. That's why x is equal to 50, we will shift 180 degree minus 50 degree. So x is equal to 30 degree. We will call 1. Now you are finding y and 130 degree, they are vertically opposite. So what is the value of y? We will get 130 degree, vertically opposite angles. Reason we have to write. From 1 and 2, RHS is equal. X is also 130 degree, y is also 130 degree. From equation 1 and 2, RHS is equal, so x is equal to y. But x is equal to y, but they are the pair of alternate angle formed by which lines? AB and CD are equal. Therefore, AB is parallel to CD by converse of alternate angle theorem. Second problem. In the given figure, if AB is parallel to CD, AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF, again they had given y is to z ratio they had given, which is equal to 3:7. Find x, means they had mentioned here the angle which is going to form, this is x, from this as a y and this is a z. Just we had I had explained the theorem, lines parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. For that, what they had given, AB is parallel to CD, CD is parallel to EF, means two lines are parallel to the same line CD. That's why AB is parallel to EF. Reason, lines parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. Now we don't know any angle, but they had given the ratio y is to z is equal to 3:7. So we will consider that y is equal to 3a, because here already the angle is given in the form of xyz. So we have to take as a constant a here rather than xyz, and z is equal to, that is 7 they had given, so 7a. Now what it is given, AB is parallel to EF. Okay, that's why x is equal to z, alternate angle are as equal. That's why what is the value of z we have, that is a 7a. So what we will get, the value of x is also 7a. Now in the figure, AB is parallel to CD. That's why angle x plus angle y is equal to 180 degree allied angle. That is also called as a interior angles are supplementary, is also called as a allied angle. So what's the value of x? 7a. And what's the value of y? 3a is equal to 180 degree. 7a plus 3a is nothing but 10a, which is equal to 180 degree. A is equal to 180 degree. 10 is in a multiplication, it will go as a division. A is equal to 18 degree. They had asked us find the value of x. X is equal to 7a. 7 into 18 degree means we are going to get as a 126 degree. Third problem, in the figure, if AB is parallel to CD, AB is parallel to CD, EF perpendicular to CD, EF perpendicular to CD means this angle. Angle GED is equal to 126 degree. Find angle AGE, GEF and FGE. So first of all we will write the given, AB is parallel to CD, EF is perpendicular to CD and GED is equal to 126 degree. These three angles we have to find. When they had given here EF is perpendicular to CD means this angle FED is equal to 90 degree. Now GED they had given here as a 126 degree, GED 126 degree, and GED is made by two angles GEF and FED. That's why we are written here GEF plus FED is equal to 126 degree. Out of this FED just we had find 90 degree. So GEF is equal to 126 degree minus 90 degree means GEF is equal to 36 degree. Now the lines are parallel. That's why AGE, this angle is equal to complete this angle, that is alternate angle, because this and this line is parallel, this is AGE, this angle and this angle is alternate. That's why AGE we got here 126 degree. Now this AGE and this is a F, means this angle and this angle form a linear pair. This we got as a 126 degree. AGE plus FG is equal to 180 degree, that is linear pair. So 126 degree plus FGE is equal to 180 degree. FG is equal to 180 degree minus 126 degree. So angle FG is equal to 54 degree. Thank you.